Is it on? Is it on? Yeah, I'll take it. There you go. We are all here together, and we are here for a reason. And we are here not for lunch, not for coffee, but to talk to each other and to find a way to improve livelihoods of the people in the lowlands. So that means that you have to pay attention here, right? And to check if you actually paid attention in the last days, who remembers the word for dream in Afaraf? Sono. What was it in Afanoromo? Obdu. Ah. What was it in Somali? Creole. What is it in English? Dream. And I can't imagine nobody used this phrase yet, but I have a dream. And you're in that dream too. Because we are here, not to talk, because talk is cheap. The problem is doing it. I'm not a politician. Yeah. This is why you actually never see me. I'm not a politician. But I will tell you the truth, and I can do that from my heart. I don't need a presentation, and I will keep you awake. Because we have a problem, and this is one of the reasons why we are here, and Ato Dubal also mentioned this. As GIZ SDR, together with our partners in Somali and in Afar, and at ministry level, we developed DVRPU, Dry Valley Rehabilitation and Productive Use. What is that? Well, we have masses of water in Ethiopia, and it streams down nowadays, and it's one of the major export products of Ethiopia, together with soil. Yeah. Not coffee, not chat, water and soil. At the same time, we have communities, as Ato Dubal showed in Somali and Afar, more than 30% beneficiaries of food aid. Shocking, especially if you see the amount of money coming in. DVRPU. It's a system where you rehabilitate small areas, like 250 to 800 hectares, together with the community, participatory planning. I'll come back to that. Interventions like water spreading weirs, dry stone measures. Interventions like elephant grass and making the whole issue productive. Very small, 800 hectares. Mindanao, what is that? Nothing, huh? Now, one such a dry valley, say 500 hectares, can provide food security for 7,500 people. Yeah, not bad, right? Now multiply that 1,000 times and you have 7.5 million. Impressive. How much options do we have for this? Massive amounts. Look at Somali, Karamara Range. Look at Afar, the whole escarpment. Look at Bala Mountains areas. Everywhere that is possible. It's not a lot of money. It's very good. But, like Ato Dubala said, and I like that, it's only a small bit. It's not multi-sectoral. There needs to be more. And this is where coordination and cooperation comes in, right? This is where also the partners, the donors, the NGOs have to work together, complement each other, and sometimes upscale. Honestly speaking, GIZ SDR, if you look in terms of money, very small. If you look in the terms of commitment, and I'll give you the example of Dr. Elizabeth, very high. Yes, clap for her, I would say that. I'll come back to her later on as well. Okay. I still got your attention, right? Or am I boring you? Okay, then I'll continue. Like Ato Dubala said, the amount of money is not a problem. A quick look on the internet shows that we have about 250 million, 500 million US dollars per year in the lowlands of Ethiopia. Wow, that is a lot of money. And this goes to the regions that are most difficult to implement. Yeah, harsh climate. People from the government also Good people try to move up as soon as possible. There's a few, and those few are here. Yeah? They stay, and they work. But 250 million to 500 million is a lot of money. And then the question is, where does it go? If we really look, sorry, Dubai, if we really look at ground level, how many communities did you really change? How much of that money really arrived at the target group? We don't have figures. And maybe that is good, because it might be surprising how little actually goes down to the community. I'll give you an example, and I have to thank my colleague Paul for that. The 6 working groups from the first dream, very good ideas. I liked every one of them. Really, good ideas, technically completely correct. 54 organizations were involved. 92 organizations were mentioned. Of the organizations and the mentions, none of the organizations actually came from the community. Of the mentions, only 5 were related to the community. But the community is why we are here. I'm not here to make a career, I'm not here to get rich, I'm not here basically to talk. This is why you don't see me very often. I'm here to make a change in a life. Changes in the lives of the people in Somalia, in Borana, in certain nations, in the lowlands, everywhere. And we can do that, but we have to work together. If we don't work together, it goes wrong. I have to check my phone now, I just get an important call, you know. So. Let me see, where am I? The other issue that was mentioned is technical. You know, we lack the technical capacity. No, we don't. Look at you. Yeah? Everybody an expert in its own field. All technologies have been developed. And if you don't know it, your colleague knows it, and it can be shared, and it can be coordinated, people can be capacitated, and we are there. We got money. We have the technical capacity. Still, we don't change. Maybe, and this is for me the major point for me today, and actually also for the last years, and I've been working in the lowlands for 5 years. Do we have too many own agendas? Do we actually compete for beneficiaries? Do we pay different rates for trainings? Do I actually try to steal the trainees from USAID because I just pay this little bit more? Is this the correct way? No, it isn't. If we compete for beneficiaries, what do, we don't create capacities, we create dependencies. And that is what we are doing. Now you got me out of my point. But thanks. Let's see if I can get another clap. Okay. If we can change, and we can change, and this is why we are here, and I think this is one of the best things of SDR, and actually, I will not take the credit for it, and don't clap again for Dr. Elizabeth, but Dr. Elizabeth has moved this forward. She has moved forward these dream conferences. And if I look at this, yesterday and today, I'm so happy. There is so much energy here. There is so much willingness to change, to do things, to go back, to learn, and we need to do this. I saw a massive amount of working groups. Working groups, task forces, subcommittees, subcommittees. It's really nice. If you look at it, the ones that are effective have good leadership. They have committed leaders. They carry the task force, not the task force itself. I've been in task forces at federal level, to be honest. I went there and the task force was discussing what they were actually the task force for. Yeah, we have too many of these things. Talk is cheap. Yeah? It cannot be that it's only the leaders who do this. It cannot be that if my boss, Dr. Elizabeth, is leaving or Dubale is leaving, that things collapse. It cannot be. It means that you people who are not managers and are not leaders, but experts and advisors and are the backbone, backbone. The backbone of the organizations are not motivated enough to carry that on. It's your duty to carry that on. Yeah? This is why you're there. And then we will not have these big gaps. And maybe we have less working groups and we might have less task forces, but they will be more efficient. If you are here, if you're working in the lowlands, just to sit down, write a report and go back, in my book, go away. Go somewhere else. The lowlands is hard work. The lowlands need change. The lowlands can change. We have to cooperate better. We have to coordinate better, and we have to listen to the communities because they make the change. If they don't accept our technology, the technology can be perfect, but if they don't accept it, where are we? Nowhere. I don't see a sign coming up. A dream. A dream is good. And I must admit, I am sort of afraid of waking up. Because if I look at the reality that we currently have, just look at it. We have a conflict in the north of Afar, where hundreds of thousands of people are displaced. We have a conflict between our Isa and our Afar brothers. We have the drought in Somalia and the southern part of the country. There you go. We have a war in Europe. And if we look back on those past years, then I come back to the point you clapped for. We created dependencies. We didn't make a change, we gave people wheat. We kept them alive, it's a good thing, yes, but it was not sustainable. And now if food prices go up, people will not come to Africa for food aid. They will sell that wheat somewhere else for a bigger price, because in the end it's business. You know what that means? People will die. People will die of famine, and I don't want that to happen. And I don't want to have that on my conscience. Yeah? Because we did that. We have failed until now to make a sustainable change with all that money that is coming in. Yeah? I'm afraid to wake up, but also happy because I see progress. I see also USAID trying to use the Dream Conference base to integrate there. I see that we want to go to multi-sectoral programming. I can see if we can talk, we can strengthen each other's weaknesses, and we can make a change. And we should make a change. And only then we can really, really rest, be happy, be satisfied, because we did a very, very difficult job, but we got it done. And you can sit down later and think, I changed lives. And I think, for me at least, that is the best feeling I can have. I thank you very much.